Thanks for joining us today. Today we're going to be talking about why manufacturing matters to project delivery. I'm Jeremy Vandenberg with Interstates. Interstates partners with clients as an electrical services provider, from design, build, engineering, and construction to automation and plant floor networking. We're going to show you a short video to introduce how we are using manufacturing to provide value to our clients.
Welcome to InnerFab. My name is David Vandertine. I'm the operations manager here. I'm going to give you a little tour of our facility and show you a few things that we do to help our craft professionals out in the field. Come with me. So people ask, why does Interstates do prefabrication? And the biggest thing is we want to support our field manpower with manpower and schedule challenges. We're here to help supplement the work that they're doing. Not complete all of it, but help with schedule challenges, safety challenges, manpower curves, and help flatten some of that stuff out. Interstates has been doing prefab for 17 years now. This is our 4th facility, and as you'll see, it's roughly about 27,000 square feet, and we've got about 25 dedicated team members here doing all sorts of different levels of prefabrication. So our typical role with Interstates is going to be things like underground. They're going to be temporary power, all sorts of different things. Right here you can see we do a lot of rigid conduit. Interstates is I'll say predominantly a rigid pipe company. We'll do anything from 3/4 all the way to 6-inch conduit of all different varieties. It could be PVC, GRC, stainless, Rob Roy, aluminum. We can do it all, and we have a lot of it here to be able to complete it as needed. Through the shop, we're going to produce somewhere around 115,000 feet of rigid conduit through the shop, and so to all different types of job sites. Some job sites might just need 1 nipple. Some job sites we might do 50,000 feet for. It just depends what the plan and what the job site needs. Come with me. Actually, let's take a look right here. So typical tasks leaving InnerFab are going to be, our whole goal is to think of this like a set of Legos. When you get a box of Legos, you get everything you need with that set of Legos. This is going to job site down in Eddyville, Iowa. It starts out just like your Lego set. Starts with a print. The print is on there. And then all the individual pieces down to, I've got my beam clamps on this, and everything's got a tag. So everything has an individual piece where we know exactly what that is. That allows the team on site to take this with the print and put together that particular work package. Our goal is to have this be the complete work package down to nuts, bolts, beam clamps, with however they need that, and for it to be able to be a one-touch install. That's why having things like window clamps on the trapeze, very important, so that they're not searching for that material later on. Sometimes the work that we do is as simple as, hey, they need angle iron on site. We can do that. Sometimes it could be, hey, I need a whole trailer load full of prefabrication. For certain job sites that we have, we are going to send, I'm going to say, a trailer load every week. And that could be multiple levels of tasks. Now what that takes is an extreme amount of planning and dedication with the rest of the Interstates team. So let's keep walking through. Most job sites, a big thing that we start with is temporary power, but I'm going to say underground. Our CNC equipment, something we Interstates invested in a couple years ago, was a CNC router. So we were producing thousands of underground plates every year. These plates allow conduits to be spaced according to code. The router can cut anything that's non-ferrous, so any of your plastics, aluminums. We can cut copper bars on here. Foam for face shields. Lately, through some of this COVID stuff, we've actually have a knife attachment for this router, and we're able to cut face shields. So a lot of different creativity there. One of the hearts of our stuff is the conduit. Now, right now there's none of our machines are necessarily running, but these guys are, we're taking conduit, and what's really pushed our conduit out in the field is the 3D design. The 3D design has allowed us to get to the point of accuracy where the model knows, if you scan it with a 3D scanner, scan a building, an existing facility or new construction, you scan it, you have a point cloud, and all of a sudden you can draw your conduit in the point cloud, but the Revit modeling knows exactly how long every pipe needs to be. And so then we can load that model and that data into our Scotchman saw, and it's gonna cut the conduit based on cut length, and then optimize that as well. It's cutting anywhere up to 3-inch conduit. We do a lot mostly through 2-inch. But this saw will handle several hundred feet per hour, and then optimize. So oftentimes our scrap is now small pieces like this, not larger pieces that we're throwing away. We do a lot of bending and threading. That's probably the biggest push in the next 2 years for InnerFab is going to be some of the bending and threading technology and what that's going to look like. We want to be able to do that faster and more accurately, but that's going to take some investment on the design side first. When we have that figured out, then this will be next. Okay, one of the big things that sets InnerFab apart and Interstates apart from, I'll say, our peers with prefabrication is our ability to custom build steel supports. Our steel department has been probably the longest running part of InnerFab, and we've got a dedicated team back here who can, I'm going to say, produce just about anything. These guys, talented group of fabricators, whether it be large conduit racks down to small lighting brackets, if they have a drawing and a sense of what the customer wants, they're able to produce it. And it's quite impressive to see what comes out of here. Typical job, it's going to be a lot of conduit support brackets, it's going to be a lot of lighting brackets, but something could be custom, like, hey, they want concrete bollards next to dock doors. We're doing a bunch of that right now. Every job is different, but we've got the ability to MIG weld, TIG weld, carbon steel, stainless steel, and aluminum back here very easily.
My name is Jeff Jansen, and welcome to the Interstates Panel Shop here in Sioux Center, Iowa. Typically, we start out with a panel, a blank panel coming in with nothing installed in it. Then we move on to the wiring of the panel here by one of our panel techs. Typical PLC type panel. Then gets moved back into an enclosure. The same enclosure that was blank at the time is now getting ready to be tested. And we are a 508A shop, so this one can be listed as a UL 508A panel if need be. Then from there, we also do conversion of existing panels, that some of which we did years ago, and now we're going to change it out to a different type of hardware. But this was getting prepared to have that done, to be converted from a PLC 5 to a ControlLogix. The way this rack would work is we'll take the arms off the existing PLC 5 and snap them in underneath here, and then there's a cable that will go up and attach to the new ControlLogix. So it's taking wiring arms, the existing wiring arms, plugged into the back plane, taking a cable from here back to the existing PLC 5, or to the new ControlLogix. That one panel over there was a smaller one. Here is a fairly larger enclosure. Noticing all the different engraving and so that we were talking about, all the different engraving and the numbering of the terminals. We have our false top. There will be a false bottom in here. So this has a false top and a false bottom, which can be taken out, and then the wires can be stored underneath there, keeping the panel cleaner and neater. One of the new features that we've added just lately is up in here, to keep the wire from falling out of the wireway, we've made a little hook here to keep the wires from coming out. We also have in the corner there to keep the wires from coming off and pushing the wireway to the side. And then after the panel has been completed, it goes over here and packaged up and ready to be shipped. And that's basically the life cycle of a panel in the Interstates panel shop.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any questions, please reach out to us at www.interstates.com. Someone will get back in touch with you, and we can figure out how we can partner with you on your next project.